Hey guys, what's going on? So in today's video I want to talk about 7 tips to grow your Twitch channel. So let's start off with tip number 1. Use a camera. Now what I mean by this is, obviously you see all the big Twitch streamers and they're all using cameras to show themselves. Now this is good for interaction and many other things, because at the end of the day there's nothing more boring than just watching a game. People like to interact with other people, and being able to see you like playing the game is more interactive than you not being on the screen at all. So if you can, try and get a camera, even if it's not the best of ones. I mean, obviously try to get a decent one, but I know when you're starting off it can be quite hard because maybe you don't have the money, or you're just doing it as a hobby to begin with because you got other bills to pay. So, but just try to get a decent one, even if you can borrow one off a friend. You know, it doesn't have to be one that you brought. Try and borrow one and see if your friend has one that you can borrow. But yeah, always try to use a camera because it creates that more interactive feeling. Because people like to see other people game. That's what it's all about. They like to see you grow. They like to see who you are, try and get to know you. And if you don't have a camera, it's just I'm sorry, but you're just not going to grow your channel. It's not going to work out well. So try to get a camera. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is have good audio quality. Now this is such a big one. I've come across so many small channels where the quality of the audio is just so bad. Like, I'm talking, it's so muffled, or it's just awful, like to the point where you can't hear them. And at the end of the day, if I can't hear that streamer, I'm off. I'm not going to stick around. I'm not going to watch you, because the whole point of you streaming is so that way you can entertain your audience. And if your audience can't hear you, they're not going to stick around. They're gonna go. And I know it sounds bad, but they're gonna go after a few seconds, or maybe a minute. I'd be surprised if they last a minute, but they're gonna go either way. So try to use a good quality mic. Now obviously, like I said with the first tip, if you're just starting out, obviously it's going to be hard because you ain't going to be able to afford a blue microphone, a Yeti, all those sort of good high quality microphones. But if you've got at least a decent headset, you know, use that mic. Mess around with the audio settings. Don't be afraid. Or, you know, try to save up a bit of money, get a job. It will be hard, but obviously that's what you need to do. If you want to turn this from a hobby to a job, then you need good equipment. It's as simple as that. You ain't gonna get anywhere without good equipment. So tip number 3, don't be afraid to branch out to other games. Now I know this might be hard because obviously some people might be like, oh well, I just want to play this one game, this is the only game I like, I just want to stick on this one game. But you know, if you're just sticking to a game that is low down on the Twitch games list, you're not going to pull in those big views. You're not going to get thousands upon thousands of views. And I know it's sad, because obviously if you're you want to play one game, for example Elder Scrolls Online, I love playing that game, but it's just so low down on the Twitch games list that I would not stream it, because I know that I'd probably only get about, I'd say 50 max viewers at once, maybe 100 if you're lucky. But you're just not going to be pulling in them, you know, views that say, for example, Fortnite, PUBG, League of Legends, Dota, World of Warcraft are pulling in. And I know the argument to that is going to be, well, how am I going to get big if I'm streaming these big games when everyone else is streaming it? Everyone else is not you. So if you're funny and entertaining, then people are going to click on your stream and they're going to stick around and watch you. And because it's a big game, they're going to be enjoying it at the same time because, you know, it's popular. So if you stream Fortnite and you're entertaining, you're funny, and people love what you're doing, and you're pretty good at the game as well. I mean, obviously you've got to be pretty good at the game. Then they're going to stick around. So tip number 4, keep speaking. This is such a crucial one. Keep speaking. Now I know that might be hard, especially if you're such a small Twitch streamer, because obviously you do not have those views. You're not getting in the audience in order to chat with. But my way around this is, if you're playing, for example, Fortnite, and you have 3 other friends that play that game, try to play it with them. You know, so that way at least then when someone comes into your stream, you're not dead silent. It's, you know, there's not a tumbleweed passing by. So try to play with mates, so that way when someone comes in, say for example I come into your stream, you're going to be communicating with them, and then that way then once you see me in your stream, you can start to communicate with me. It's not going to be dead silence as soon as I come in. No one wants that. So tip number 5, promote, promote, promote. It's that simple. So make sure you have a Twitter account, Facebook account, all the social media platforms that you can have out there. Get on them. And as soon as you know you're going to go live, 20-30 minutes beforehand, post and hashtag it. So just promote. It's that simple. And if you've got friends out there, tell them to share it, because at the end of the day, if he shares it and then she shares it and then he shares it, you know, it goes around. It starts getting viral and more viral. So try to get your friends, as soon as you post them on social media, try and get them to share it or like it. And then that way then you can start to get, hopefully, you know, pull people in from those social media platforms and get them watching your stream. So that's such a big one. Promote, promote, promote. So tip number 6, try to find other small streamers out there. So, you know, if you see someone that's playing a game that you like, but they're quite small, but yet they've still got a little bit more of a following than you, try and do something with them. You know, try and email them or send them a message and see if they want to, you know, do a collab with you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. These people will not say no. They're going to turn around like, oh yeah, sure, I want to play a game with you. You know, it's beneficial for both of us, because your audience will hopefully view in on his stream, and his audience will hopefully view in on your stream. So it's beneficial for both of us. So don't be afraid to ask, you know, small streamers if they want to do something together, or even just asking them for tips. Like if they've got 200 more followers than you, don't be afraid to ask them like, oh, well, how did you get that, or how did you do that? People will not just say no. They're going to be like, oh, well, I did this and I did that, and, you know, and maybe they give you tips on your streaming, like, oh, you're being a bit quiet there, or oh, you need a better camera, or, you know, just anything. Don't be afraid to ask for help. So tip number 7, and this is such an important one. This is probably one of the most important ones. Don't be fake. So what I mean by this is, if your personality is, you know, it's quite outgoing and it's quite funny, don't feel like you have to not be you. You know, don't feel like you can't say certain jokes because you're too scared to offend someone. Who cares? Just be you. That's what it's all about. You're on Twitch to be you. You're streaming these games, you know, you're playing these games to have fun. And as soon as viewers are telling you like, oh, you can't be like that, you have to be like this, then it just takes all the fun away. So make sure you are being you. That is the most important tip. Be you. And don't let anyone else tell you different. Because at the end of the day, people are coming in to see you. They're coming in to see you play the game, and they want to see what you're like as a person. So don't feel like you have to be someone different. You know, it's just be you. That's such an important tip. But yeah, those are 7 tips to grow your Twitch channel. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, as that would be really helpful. And let me know, are you a small streamer trying to grow your Twitch channel? Did these tips help you? Let me know. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe as well, and hopefully you'll stick around, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Peace.